Hey everyone, it's Morphe here. With the second expansion to the Pokemon Sun and Moon games, Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, right around the corner, I decided to take my shot at making some new Alolan forms. We were given some unique and interesting forms for some well-loved Kanto Pokemon in Sun and Moon, and we can only hope for more like them. The Pokemon I decided to draw for this video are all from Johto, Generation 2, and I've given them some pretty cool new forms, if I do say so myself. I've included some description of their changes that helps us to see why they look the way they do. So without hesitation, here are 9 fan-made Alolan forms for Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. Let's start at the very beginning, with Krobak. Normally, Krobak will be found hanging off roofs or caves, or flitting around in the dark. With this new form, Krobak is more likely found underground than in caves. When Golbat started evolving in the small caves of Alola, only the small Krobats survived, as they had more room to move around. Over a long period of time though, Krobats started to use their wings as shovels to claw out the rock and dirt. Due to the lack of sun underground, Alolan Crobat have very pale skin and poor eyesight. Next up, we have the scariest fairy types around, Snubbull and Gramble. In Johto, these fearless pups are usually kept as pets, but in Alola, they pose as a threat. The Snubbull and Gramble of Alola are primarily owned by Team Skull. They were selectively raised and breeded to become battle-hardened, as Team Skull often illegally makes them fight each other in pits. The strongest Snubbull were the ones with the hardest fur, and eventually, over time, Snubbull adopted the Steel and Dark type. Let's take a break from these scary forms and move on to a more, cuddly Pokemon, Teddiursa and Ursaring. I took inspiration from real life for Ursaring, drawing in features from the endangered Asian sun bear. After the native Teddiursa and Ursaring adopted the fire type, they grew dependent on the warmth of the sun to keep them alive. Alolan Ursaring absorbed the sun with their thick dark fur, and their body temperatures are usually over 50 degrees Celsius. Taking a step back from the sensical Pokemon designs, we look at a wacky Alolan form of our good old buddy, Slowking. If I were you, Slowking, I'd stay out of Paw's reach from Ursaring. Scientists discovered that the migrant Slowking shells reacted with chemicals in Alola's water, producing a pseudo-honey that seeps through the holes in the shell. After a long enough exposure to the water, the shoulder on Slowking's head turned orange and the spikes have degraded to the point that there are none left. In the lush forests of Alola, one Pokemon cannot be found, and it's not due to their good camouflage. The Sudowoodo of Alola did not stand a chance at blending in with the palm trees, as their trunks were too tall to hide amongst. They did the most reasonable thing any faux tree would do, and make it look as if they were dying. The Sudowoodo hid amongst tar pits with dead trees, and gained the ghost type, as they actually died in the bubbling hot tar. This next entry is of the fighting Pokemon. Alright, here goes. Here's my wrestling announcer.
Here comes the Alola Wrestling Champion of 2017. He's colourful, he's strong, he's hard.
Wait, what? Ladybar and Ledian. There must be some sort of typo here. Ah, no. These mellow bug Pokemon were always picked on by Team Skull, and were often put into their Snubbull pits for entertainment. Over time, more Ledian and Ladybar started winning these illegal fights, and soon enough they were bred for a separate sport, Ledian boxing. Who would have thought these colourful bugs would be turned into fighting champions? And so, that draws us to the end of our Alolan Safari adventure. I hope you all enjoyed the designs that I came up with, and I can't wait for what official designs Game Freak and Nintendo releases this November, if they release any, that is. Thanks for watching, and let me know if you enjoyed this video.
Peace!